CSN Sports. Hi, welcome to the inaugural broadcast, sorry about that, of CSN Sports with Corey Sanders.
And Liam Federer.
So we're here to talk about all sports going on. We're mainly based out of Toronto, but we will talk about other stuff going on in the leagues. We're here first to talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs are planning not to sign a GM before June's draft.
Yep, Sportsnet's Damian Cox said that the Maple Leafs will not hire a general manager prior to the NHL entry draft set for June 26th, 27th in Florida.
Honestly, I think this might be a smart call. The Maple Leafs, Dave Nonnis, he did not do an amazing job, in my opinion. It seemed like all he was doing was sitting up in the nosebleeds. They started mid-season with this whole rebuilding process. I do not think, though, that this is really working out.
Yeah, they've only made one big move on the rebuild process so far, and that's Mike Babcock.
Yeah, exactly. And I just think also that, and a good point I heard from someone, a great coach can make bad players good. And that's exactly what the Leafs are facing with right now. And, what are your thoughts on that? What do you think Babcock will do this season?
Well, I think that he is a good coach. I know that for a fact. I think that he will do a pretty good job because you know what the Leafs are capable of. You've seen it in the first half of the season that they were good, but then they collapsed the other half of the season.
Yes, it would be good. I remember back in the days when there were some good teams in Toronto, and they're really lacking that right now. I just hope that we're looking to get something going in the city because they really need it right now. And right now they've been sticking to that culture where they collapse at the end of the season, but I'm not sure what's going to happen here. And let's move on now to the Toronto Blue Jays, who are on an 11-game winning streak. How incredible.
That's insane. I mean, you have to see how they do it every year. I'm just hoping that they don't lose one and collapse.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about too. I'm thinking if they lose one, they'll go right back to their normal ways. Because we've seen it happen before. As they said on Sportsnet, they've won 11 in a row before, back in June of 2013. And, they might break their record tonight against the New York Mets. Don't miss it, 7:07, Sportsnet, Ontario, East and Pacific.
Yep. Moving on to our next subject.
Our next subject is England's undefeated record in Euro qualifying. And not only that, but they might actually beat the scoring record.
That would be awesome. I'm a big England fan. I think you know about that. And, yeah.
Liam, so what do you think are some players in England that really stand out and have really came along in this international play?
Harry Kane, one big guy. Wasn't known before the season started, and now he finished way up there in goals. I think it was 21. And I think that he's going to do something for the team. Sturridge was sadly hurt before it, so they're going to be without him for a bit. I think maybe the whole thing. And hopefully they can do good in the Euro.
Now, Liam and I watched the game ourselves, and we observed England's play. And honestly, I think the man with the most leadership, I think you can agree with me on this, Liam, is Wayne Rooney. He carries most leadership in terms of getting the goals together and just giving the team overall the most success possible. Do you agree with that? Do you think?
I do think he's a good leader. He played midfield most of the year with United and didn't complain once. But I think his main position's striker too.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he proved yesterday that he can kick the ball. He can put it in the net. I think that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, and with his goal yesterday in the 86th minute, he's within one goal of England's all-time scoring record.
Yes, and that's exactly what's happening. Hopefully Wayne Rooney can do it. But now moving on to our next subject, the NBA Finals. Golden State took a commanding 3-2 lead in the series in Golden State. Now LeBron, after, seemed pretty confident and was not too threatened by this 3-2 deficit.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, he said he thinks he's the best player in the world.
Yeah, he said, exactly there on the press conference. He said he is and, quote, he is not worried, and he says he's confident because he is the best player in the world. Now, I think that fact does remain true, but you got to look at Golden State. This is a team that literally dominated the NBA. They were literally leading almost all of the 82-game season. I think, really, they have the fire to just pull it home. And the thing is, like, you can't have a team like Cleveland where one player is getting half the points. You need backup, and that's exactly what Cleveland doesn't have right now. Two of their best players are out right now, and they are not coming back for the duration of the season.
Yeah, and another key argument is going around on the score is LeBron James the best athlete in the world? And I do not think he is. What do you think?
Yeah, I tend to agree. To me, there are far more dangerous sports than basketball. You can look at football, or you can look at Olympic athletes like Michael Phelps, an 18-time gold medalist at the Olympics. He definitely has proven that he is an amazing athlete, and I even think he beats LeBron James. You can also think of people like Usain Bolt, people who are just like he's the fastest man in the world, like people who actually stand out for something that is major. I think that is exactly what describes the greatest athlete in the world, and LeBron James just doesn't have that.
Yep. Well, that will conclude our broadcast for today.
Yeah, we'll be back with more of those CSN Sports.
And if you have any questions, hit us up on Twitter. We'll have the account out next week.
Oh, yes, yeah. Tweet us. We will make sure we tweet all our fans back. So tweet up. We'll give you our opinion. All right, well, that's it.